What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have just watched Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I just wanted to have a little chat and talk about my thoughts on this film. Not necessarily review, just what I thought about it and what I think you could get out of it if you choose to watch this film. I'm going to kick off with positives first. Positives for me is the fact that this film exists. I think it's a great service to Zack Snyder to have been able to complete his vision. I think it's absolutely imperative that he was able to complete his vision in this film, and it's a great service to the fans that were let down by that original 2017 release. This is the quintessential version of Justice League. People will eventually forget the original theatrical cut, and they will basically, this will be the version, the go-to version from this point, in my opinion. Now, does it justify that 4-hour runtime? Abso-fucking-lutely it does. The film doesn't feel like it drags. The runtime allows the film to breathe and really kind of gear up our heroes coming together as the Justice League. I think each character has enough development in this film that it really kind of adds to the film and adds to the story the film is telling. And specific characters like Cyborg have great development in this film, and then Cyborg himself almost feels like the star of the show. It's a really good character film in terms of developing our heroes in this movie. They've got the tone correct. Now, my biggest issue with the original 2017 Justice League release was that it was a mishmash of confused tones and odd decisions on Joss Whedon's part, and it kind of didn't know what it wanted to be. Now that Zack Snyder is able to give us his 4-hour cut, his vision, it retains the tone that Batman v Superman had, and it really serves the film in a big way. Retaining that tone is paramount in this movie, and I think they've done a wonderful thing of maintaining it so the film makes sense tonally. There is comedy moments within this film that I think, depending on who you are, may fall flat or may work. For me, it was mixed. There was mixed moments where some comedy didn't work really, but some I still think is quite funny. I did also, when I mentioned this, I am very happy that Zack Snyder was able to give us his vision, because in my opinion, it's nice to see a story actually feel complete, because I feel that the original release was a rushed mess, and I feel that this iteration of Justice League, this re-edit, recut, whatever you want to call it, Zack Snyder's proper vision, the story feels complete, and it does tease us on what's to come. I'm actually excited to see what's to come next, but I'm a bit sad as well because I don't think we're going to get a follow-up to this film, and I don't think Warner Brothers are going to deliver on continuing this iteration of the DC universe. It's a big shame, because I would love to see a Man of Steel sequel. I would love to see a solo Batman film with Ben Affleck in it. I think it would be great, but unfortunately we may not be seeing this in the future. It's really a shame. Now, I'm going to move on to my negatives for this little chat, this little review, I suppose you want to call it. My first negative is this film is full of slow motion, to the point of nausea. There is no one action sequence that does not involve slow motion. Okay, you'd say to yourself, right, so yeah, but sometimes slow motion is used to show the display of speed. Fine. When it's to do with the Flash, no problem. I don't have an issue with it. It's fine. When it's to do with Superman, when he's like super quick and he can dodge shit, fine. I don't mind it. But when it's every other character and every other massive action set piece, and they basically have to be slow motion, at least every few frames there's slow motion, and it's just fucking annoying as shit. Slow motion is the biggest bugbear for me in this film, and I think it kind of hurt most of the action sequences. My other negative for this film is a little gripe from me, because I think most people would say this film looks fairly decent. I'm not a fan when it concerns the colour grading. I've never been a fan of films that go for that muted colour palette where nothing is really brightened up, nothing really kind of stands out, it's all a bit muddy and a bit muted. I think that hurts this film. I understand that this is probably the vision Zack Snyder was going down, and this is what he wanted the film to look like. That's fair. It's an aesthetic choice that the director chose. But for me, the colour grading doesn't help the film for me. The music is a bit odd. Where it's placed is very odd. So that was a bit weird. I wish they would have stuck more so to the more kind of orchestral soundtrack moments, and just kind of like put them in necessary portions of the film. It would have been great. To conclude, it is really, really cool that we got this film, and I think it's great to see this story be completed in its original vision. And yeah, I'd say if you're a fan of DC, go watch it. I think you would have a good time with it. If you're just a casual moviegoer, I don't know if I could recommend it. It's not your average popcorn superhero movie. It is a grandiose superhero movie that is really made for the fans and really serves the fans. And I think Zack Snyder's vision for this film is excellent, and I feel the 4-hour runtime really helped it breathe and give it a bit more of a life, and was able to really complete the story he wanted to tell. So yeah, I think it's a win. I think it's definitely worth a watch. The only gripes I have is the constant slow motion was a pain in, was just nauseating, and the color grading is just not for my taste. But aside from those things, it is a really well done recut, and I think it's the version you should watch. And yeah, don't have to watch the whole thing in a 4-hour block. You could cut it up and cut it into 2-hour segments. But I think the film generally flows really well as a 4-hour runtime. The pacing doesn't drag. I think it's got good pacing, and I think the film's generally good. So yeah, I would recommend it. Check it out on HBO Max or wherever you can actually rent it in the UK. I think it's a worthwhile watch, really, and I feel it's given me a bit more excitement for the DCEU. And I think if they decide to continue from this and what they teased in this film, it's got me very, very excited. Oh, and another thing, Henry Cavill is so good as Superman. He's so good as Superman. I love Henry Cavill as Superman. He's great, and I don't know why they want to reboot Superman again. I don't know why. Those are my thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about Zack Snyder's Justice League. Did you think it was good? Did you think the 4-hour runtime was decent, or was it too long for you? How did you feel? Did you like the tonality? Whatever your opinions are, let me know in the comments down below.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the 4:3 aspect ratio. Didn't have a problem with it at all. I thought it was pretty decent. It was alright. It was pretty good.
Anyway, there we go. There are my thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see on this channel, maybe subscribe and hit that like button, because it's the best way to get my videos out to the YouTube world. As always, I've been Jason, and I am not going to dress up like a bat and be Batman, because I will be stomped into the ground by these bad guys.
Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, Steppenwolf is still a bit shit. See you later.